What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. On this video we're gonna show you guys a DIY way of patching a little sheetrock here, a small section of sheetrock. The water here is coming through here and leaking, and it's making this portion of the wall wet. So we're just working on scraping this loose sheetrock, and it's not gonna be any fancy or any. I'm sure there's many ways to patching it, and there's gonna be a lot of different people saying this not right or it's wrong. It's fine. I'm just gonna show you the way I'm gonna patch it, and if you have any other ideas or any other ways of patching it, please let me know. The ideal way will be for me to cut this out and putting backing and doing, screwing a new piece of sheetrock, maybe a cream board, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just going to scrape this off whatever is loose, whatever I can remove, make it nice and smooth. And I'm gonna make hot mud. I'm gonna mix a 40-minute hot mud and make it not super watery, so kind of dry. That way I can really shape this out, and then from there I'm gonna put tape and then do it over again with a mixture of hot mud, a little more watery, kind of runny, and then do a finish of hot mud, and then I might do a third finish of hot mud. That way I don't have to do finish. And if I feel like that's good enough, that it erase the joints, I'm just gonna let it dry, light sand and texture. Anyways, come and join me for this DIY patch that we're gonna take care of real quick. Alright, so we mixed 40-minute hot mud, and we're just going to apply it on the patch. And like I said, the hot mud is not completely dry, but it's pretty thick right now, the picture. So I did it this way, that way that's in like sag, or yeah, exactly for that, so it doesn't sag down. It's running on the patch, because you have a big gap. We really want that mud to settle there and do its money, its work, do its job and patch up the hole nicely. Almost there, as you can see. Just gotta finish the little gap in the very bottom. Alright, we're just working here, making it smooth and removing any excess mud, so making it as smooth as possible. Alright guys, so we are back. We let it dry for 1 hour, and what I'm gonna do here real quick is just use a spatula and just slightly scrape off any excess, any bumps, unnecessary bumps. There's a little bit of like texture here, and I'm just like lightly scraping it off. Like I said, that will help once I do the second coat, making just the patch nice and smooth. So we're gonna be showing you the next step. Even sometimes what you can do is get a damp a rag, a damp rag, and then just slightly work it and just go over it, get it a little bit wet, and then just do a little more of this same step, just with the spatula. Just remove the extra mud that you don't need. So after we scrape off the extra mud and imperfections on the patch, we're gonna do another skim coat of hot mud again, and this one is looking pretty good already. So I think a second coat will do it, and the mud is gonna be slightly more watery. We don't need to make it too hard no more. We want it to be as smooth as butter, so the patch can be as thin as possible and blend in as best as possible with the actual wall. And like I said, ideally I would like to use a 6-inch, 8-inch spatula, but I only have this 3-inch available. So we'll use what we got. No pun intended. I'm just gonna go over the whole patch. Even if it looks messy for now, it's okay. Once you fill the whole patch with new mud, you can go back and make it smooth. Alright, so now let's try to work our magic. Try to clean it up as best as possible. And I'm going to extend the patch just a little bit more. Yeah, this is where I miss a bigger spatula. It's just hard to make it as smooth as you can with the 3-inch. And the joint next to the tub, I'm just gonna do some caulking there when I'm done sanding it down. Let me see if I can use my 10-inch spatula real quick. I think it's too big. No, it does not fit. Maybe we can go this way. Take this off. Let me try again. Like I said, any imperfections, you can fix that when you sand, and texture will help also cover that as well. It's almost there. So there's a little dip here. Just add a little extra and just work it again. There you go. I think that's good enough. It's not perfect, but I should be able to blend it in there once I sand and texture. So there you go. For you guys who are interested how to do a DIY patch, I think it's pretty simple. I know there's many other ways to do it. Everybody has their own. Like I said, the idea will be replacing the sheetrock, but I don't have time for that. But anyways, here's this patch. I'm gonna take you to the other one and finish that one off, and I can use the same mud that I have right now. So I'm gonna hurry up. I'll see you guys on the next patch. All right, so here's the second patch. We're just gonna light scrape off any extra bumps, excess mud. You gotta be careful if you scrape too hard, you can damage the tape. But this is just a DIY, so it will be alright. And then we're just gonna apply the mud. And here, definitely, I can use the 10-inch. As I was able to do it over there as well. It's just a tight space, but and on both patches, I won't be doing a third coat. This is more than enough, so I'm happy with the results. Every time you do a patch, you want to make it, twice the size if possible, if you have the space, just so you can float out the patch, so you don't see just a big old bump. But I'm just applying the mud and putting the spatula with light pressure, almost on like not a 45 degree, but like a 30-degree angle. I guess if I was to say what angle I'm putting my spatula, and just following through. Yeah, I think that's I think I'm pretty happy with this result too. With the light sand and texture, it will be like nothing happened. So there you go. Well, anyways, I thought I'd show you guys how to do a DIY patch at your house if you have no power tools. just with mud and tape, and I use a 3-inch spatula and the 10-inch at the end, but yeah, with very minimal tools. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.